Hello everyone, it's your tasty transvestite Quentin Alford here yet again. I wanted to bring you the most tasteful collection. Not of tits in this video. We're not going to have tits at the start like I've been having. Instead, I've decided to fit you with the smorgasbord of boobies. Lots and lots of boobies, man, I'll tell you what. Them some good looking boobies, in lockstep with one another. Anyway, enough boobies. You don't need to continue looking at my boobies. Let's talk about this. Coraline Ada Ehmke of the Linux Code of Conduct notoriety. She has created this Post-Meritocracy Manifesto. Now, the problem with this is that it's bullshit. We know it's bullshit, but, you know, I could have covered this days ago because it popped up days ago, but I wanted to have an opportunity to cover some more important stuff first. Now, going through these things, I just had a couple of little additions I'd like to make to this manifesto. I would like to respond, or shall we say, react to it, and yeah, we're going to jump right in. I don't speak any of these other languages, so we're just going to continue to use good old-fashioned imperial English. Queen's English or not, it's just English. Meritocracy is a founding principle of the open source movement. Yes, it is. The ideal of meritocracy is perpetuated throughout our field in the way people are recruited, hired, retained, promoted, and valued. Yes, it is. Meritocracy has consistently shown itself to mainly benefit those of privilege. Citation needed. Privilege isn't a thing, not the way that you're talking about it. There's lots of implicit shit there, to the exclusion of underrepresented people in technology. So, who's underrepresented people in technology? First of all, there's a lot of things that are not being stated explicitly. They're like sweeping them underneath the rug. They got this blankets pulled over them. They're closing the blinds, and they're just hoping you don't look behind that curtain and find a wizard. Well, here's the wizard. Underrepresented people. A. Underrepresented who? B. Why is it a problem that they're underrepresented? The idea of merit is, in fact, never clearly defined. Rather, it seems to be a form of recognition and acknowledgement. First of all, merit is, in fact, clearly defined. It's a very clear, simple concept. Show me the code. That's it. That's all there is to it. Show me the code. Your code is your merit. We'll get into that a little bit later. An acknowledgement that this person is valuable insofar as they are like me. Boom! Now, it's very telling. This is where they've tried to sneak under your nose, you, the reader. They have assumed you are so stupid that you're not going to catch this. This person is valuable insofar as they are like me. So what they're saying is, it's tribalist, that merit is tribal. But here's the thing. Citation needed. How are you coming to this conclusion? Well, this is the thing. These people, they think that we should just accept everything that they say as facts and truth and reality. But we already know that that's not the way it is. We know that they operate by redefining things so that vocabulary wraps around their narrative rather than their narrative having to use established vocabulary that can prove them false. If you make the definitions of words, by definition, not possible to use as weapons against you, there is no vocabulary to attack you with. That is what is happening here. This person is redefining merit to be something it is not. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, this page. What is this? I haven't looked at this yet, actually. Oh, for God's sake, I don't have time to go through all this bullshit. It is time that we as an industry abandon the notion that merit is something that can be measured. Or can be measured. Show me the code. Show me the code. can be pursued on equal terms by every individual. Do you have a computer? Do you have internet access? Then you can pursue on equal terms learning to code, writing code, submitting code. When I send a piece of mail to the Linux kernel mailing list, I do not have to say, this fixes a crashy bug, and by the way, I've got this big hairy penis in my pants. No, I don't have to go, hey, this thing adds a feature where it does things in half the time. Oh, and by the way, my skin is so black that it looks like I stayed outside for months and the sun somehow was out at night. That's not how it works. Jackass. Let's see. Can never be distributed fairly. You have internet access and a computer, so fuck right off. What does a post-meritocracy world look like? Well, it looks like shit, because then nobody can contribute because they're too busy arguing over other things. What does it look like? It looks like nothing gets done, and everybody's too busy squabbling. It's founded on a core set of values and principles. What values? What principles? Oh, they outline them later. An affirmation of belonging that applies to everyone who engages in the... Alright, let's read. We do not believe that our value as human beings is intrinsically tied to our value as knowledge workers. You do not believe that your value as human beings is intrinsically tied to our value as knowledge workers. Define value. What is value? Well, value is what you... If you say you do work and another person needs that work done, that work is valuable to the other person. Now, you can value yourself and your own stuff, but the bottom line is that your value is defined by other people. And with other people, that means your value is defined in society as what you do for other people. So saying that your value as human beings is not intrinsically tied to your value as knowledge workers is a really fancy way of saying we don't want our value to be judged by other people. It's just a way of saying that you're fucking great, and that anybody who doesn't think you're fucking great, well, that's their problem. But it's not, you see, because you have value to others, and others have value to you, and you exchange those valuable things. That's how society works. So, you're full of shit. Let's see. Oh, I talk way too long. I only got like 5 more minutes. Fuck this 15-minute video limit. We believe that interpersonal skills are at least as important as technical skills. No, the fuck they're not. No, the fuck they're not. Interpersonal skills are important, but they are not as important as technical skills. Because you know what? Show me the fucking code. If some guy can code like a motherfucker, but can't really deal with people terribly well, it's perfectly okay to kind of box him off a little bit and let him do his own thing. And even if you have to have a handler or two that interface with him better than normies. This is an attempt to rewrite reality such that these people who don't have technical skills can somehow write into everything that they are good anyway. We can't really contribute for shit, but we are still as valuable as the people who do contribute. We can add those values as a professional by drawing on the diversity. Oh, fuck off. Yeah, by diversity, you really just mean things that you can't change about yourself. Oh, please, fuck off. We can be successful while leading... That's pointless. We have the obligation to use our positions of privilege, however tenuous, to... We don't have any such obligation. That doesn't exist. Fuck off. We must make room for people. See, you don't get to create an obligation on someone else's part just by saying so. You can say that I owe you money, but that doesn't make me owe you money. We must make room for people who are not like us. That's bullshit. See, this is what they call entryism. You must open the door for all of my buddies who also can't contribute technically. We have an ethical responsibility to refuse to work on software that will negatively impact the well-being of other people. So once they get in, they're then going to kick other people out who don't agree with them. It's ironic, isn't it, that they're like, you must be inviting, but then you must not be inviting. Well, now you know. Let our friends in who can't do shit, and then we'll kick out all the people who don't agree with us. And that's the end of that. We have an ethical responsibility. We have non-technical contributors is equal to the value of technical contributors. Now, if you're a non-technical contributor writing documentation, maybe. If you're a non-technical contributor writing shit documents like this to try and get your buddies in so you can fuck around and ruin everything, then no. We understand that working in our field is a privilege, not a right. Well, that's kind of a stupid statement. It's not a privilege or a right. The negative impact of toxic people in the workplace is not offset by the technical quantity. Again, they're trying to say people who jerk off with them are more important. Yeah, fuck you. We are devoted to practicing compassion and not contempt. We refuse to belittle other people because they're well, you know, that's an ideal. Anyone can believe it. And this is what they do. They couch their bullshit in ideals that are universal, or that seem like they're universal but can be twisted in other ways if you apply bad faith, so that they can seem like they're reasonable to reasonable people who don't really critically think. The field of software development embraces technical change and is made better by also accepting social change. Well, no, not when the social change you're trying to make people accept is going to destroy the technical change. Not when it's going to tear the foundations out. You are full of shit. This is just you trying to get your buddies in there to take over everything and turn it into your little squabble place. Fuck off. We strive to reflect our values in everything that we do. We recognize the values are espoused but not practiced are not values at all. Well, I would not call what you do values. I so wish that there was some fucking troll signatures in here, but you know that this Coraline cunt, you know that the fucking cunt is just sitting there going through everything going out, this bullshit, this bullshit. So that's about it. Yep. I've still got a couple more minutes. What can I do with a couple more minutes? Oh, we can look at these. You're a retard. You are a retard. You are a retard. You are a retard. That's what it says. It says you are a retard. This project is a disgrace. You're a special kind of racist. I agree with you, Ghost. I agree with you, Mr. Ghost. Let's see. Cancer. All these people are discussing shit. You know, what's funny is the Coraline cunt doesn't appear to say anything. Ooh, that was interesting. Look. The author does not seem to realize that the definition of merit in this space is competence. Competence. Yes, this merit, this competence can come from anybody of any background. Manifesto is prejudicial and political. It's as if this is the author's organic operating system repo. Me too, but not you. What? Why have I... What? Wait, what? I don't know what that is. That's an interesting thing. I wonder. This is trash. Alright. Do I have time? Yeah, I got a minute. So here's what's going to happen. If you remember Anita Sarkeesian, she pulled that shit where on her Kickstarter video on YouTube, it's the only video she opened comments and dislikes on so that she could prove that the trolls were after her. She did the most inflammatory shit to get the trolls to flare up. So what's going to happen is everyone leaving these things saying, oh, your post-meritocracy shit is retarded and you are a retard for thinking about it and I hate you, blah, 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 blah. Coraline's going to pull Anita Sarkeesian. I'm calling it right now. One of these days, the fucking crazy tranny bitch is going to go back here and look at all these and be like, hey, look at all these racists. They prove that we need it. It's like that Lewis's Law shit. It's like the discussion in any thread about feminism proves why feminism is needed. I got one more minute, and then that one more minute, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to this manifesto, and we're going to apply some changes. There's not enough time for this. Yeah, where's that flamethrower? That's what I need for this shit. Oh, not the color thingy. Alright. And that's all that this fucking manifesto deserves. Good day, cunts. I love you all. And please come back and subscribe to my channel and pretend like you don't hate me. And let's discuss the merit of tits, cocks, and boobies. Thank you all for watching. Peace out, my homies.